use of military forces and as well as federal power. President Trump has been cleared for now, at least, to keep control over California's National Guard, despite opposition from Governor Newsom. Here's more.
The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals sided with the president on Thursday, concluding that Trump likely had the legal authority to take control of California's Guard troops amid violent protests in Los Angeles. The court cited a federal law that allows the president to assume command of the National Guard when the president can't enforce U.S. laws with the regular forces. They said that condition had probably been met in L.A. because protesters hurled items. But California Governor Gavin Newsom is not backing down. In a social media post, he accused Trump of acting like a king and pledged to continue his legal challenge. Trump, for his part, celebrated the court's decision, calling it a victory for public safety. He reiterated that the federal government will step in when state and local forces cannot. While the court affirmed the president's likely authority, it also clarified that it wasn't ruling on what specific actions federalized troops may or may not lawfully perform. Meanwhile, Immigration and Customs Enforcement is resuming enforcement operations at farms, hotels, and restaurants. This time, it says it will focus more sharply on criminal activity. Border Czar Tom Homan says the renewed operations will prioritize workplaces tied to crimes like human trafficking, forced labor, and tax fraud. He insists that while the laws may be controversial, they still need to be enforced.
Well, first of all, there's a right way and wrong way to hire workers. There are legal programs that bring farm workers in. Second of all, I've been saying for years, Congress needs to address this. But because Congress fairly does doesn't mean we ignore it. It's illegal to knowingly hire an illegal alien.
The decision comes after a roller coaster week of shifting policies. Last week, ICE was ordered to pause enforcement in agriculture, hospitality, and restaurant industries following concerns from business owners. Trump had acknowledged the strain on these sectors, writing online that immigration enforcement was removing longtime workers who were difficult to replace. But just days later, the pause was overturned. ICE agents were told to resume operations after field offices said the pause jeopardized their arrest goals, 3,000 a day nationwide. Homan emphasized that ICE will now proceed carefully, targeting high-risk locations instead of broadly sweeping workplaces.
We will concentrate on work sites on a prioritized basis, just like we do at large operations.
Finally, confusion and controversy at Dodger Stadium this week. On Wednesday morning, the Los Angeles Dodgers announced via social media that they had blocked ICE agents from entering the stadium's parking area. Despite the alleged incident, the Dodgers confirmed that the evening game against the San Diego Padres would go ahead as planned. But ICE says it was never there. The Department of Homeland Security later clarified that vehicles seen in the parking lot belonged to Customs and Border Protection, not ICE, and the visit was unrelated to any enforcement activity.
A new study shows that around 1 million illegal immigrants have left the United States since January.